Welcome to the Super Bowl edition of the Who You Got Weekly NFL Podcast. I'm your host, Port Shop, with
Big Bird.
Hoped you missed us. We're back.
AFC won the Pro Bowl.
AFC won the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
And the NFC was leading the entire time, I was told. I didn't watch the game at all, obviously. But, yeah, the NFC was leading the entire time, and then they had a freaking... was it a pick six or something like that? Return for a touchdown, or
I honestly didn't watch it either.
I didn't watch.
I know Delaney Walker got MVP because he had 2 touchdowns.
God. Why not give him the trophy?
But
It's okay. The winners got like $100,000 each, and then the losers got like $55,000 each or something.
Losers got 32, winners got 64.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. So there you go.
That's the way I know about it.
Either way, you're paying off that Lamborghini.
Go buy a Tesla.
Go buy a Tesla.
Model 3 is $35,000.
$35,000. Yeah, just pay it off. Just walk in the lot, and be like, I own this, and then just drive off.
This is mine. I am the captain now.
I am the captain now. Sure. Do you know the way? Okay, so during our conference picks, I went 0-2 because I wanted to keep my Super Bowl prediction alive, and the football gods just took one big look. Excuse me. At my Super Bowl picks and said, fuck you, and the opposite happened. Chris went 1-1, but I still think I'm leading by 4 games or whatever, but it doesn't matter. At this point, it doesn't matter. We stopped keeping track week 15 or something like that.
I think we kept track through the regular season.
Yeah.
We didn't care about the postseason.
Yeah, it's whatever. So before we get to the Super Bowl pick, excuse me, I don't know, my throat's really dry all of a sudden. Before we get to the Super Bowl picks, we're just going to talk about recent topics, because we haven't really been talking about the topics and the playoffs. We've just been going straight to the games. But the biggest blockbuster trade this week was Alex Smith to the Washington Redskins. That means the Kirk Cousins era looks like it's coming to an ugly end in Washington, D.C., and Alex Smith, a lot of people are like, "Oh my God! As a Cowboy fan, are you scared?" No, not really. I'm not worried about it. Should I be worried? I'm not worried.
I'll tell you if you should be worried.
Okay, because that means I have to be worried. That's what Chris is trying to tell me. You should be fucking worried.
I'll tell you. Everyone, you want to know if they should be worried? No, they should be worried.
No, they should be worried because they're pretty much the exact same guy.
You still got Dan Snyder up in there.
Yeah, you got Dan Snyder and then Jay Gruden.
I don't mind Gruden, but
I mean, he's not he's not Bill Parcells by any stretch.
I mean, if Redskins can't do it with Kirk Cousins, they can't do it with Alex Smith. There is nobody on that team.
Yeah, definitely not.
No running game. Pryor really wasn't in a factor this year.
Pryor flipping off a fan or whatever.
Yeah, Pryor didn't do nothing defensive.
Jordan Reed, I think on Madden, Jordan Reed's their highest.
He's their only good player at the moment.
Their highest overall player. I think sitting like a 94 or something like that. Is your tight end is your highest on Madden.
That's not good.
But I mean, yeah, it's just.
Wait, I think the Titans, Delaney Walker's the highest. I think he's like a 96.
No, I think Conklin probably is your best.
You mean Lewan? Lewan's the Pro Bowler.
Oh, okay.
Conklin is all pro.
Conklin, oh yeah, that's all right. Yeah. I know it was one of your offensive linemen. I think
Conklin and Lewan are both great.
It's not like I can walk across the hall right now and then go check, but we're not going to. It's an older Kirk Cousins is basically what they traded for. And it was a 3rd round pick, and then
Kansas City got the good deal on this one.
The 3rd round pick, and I think they got a cornerback or something. They got
that really good cornerback.
Yeah, Landry. I think
Landry
is the guy that they got.
Let me see.
So they got Landry, and they got a 3rd round pick for one Alex Smith.
Alex Smith's trade.
It would have been funny if they just traded Kirk Cousins outright to Washington, but I don't think he would trade him to Kansas City. But I don't think he'll do great in Kansas City. Honestly, I think that's Pat Mahomes. It's his time to shine. It's Brucey's time to shine for Pat Mahomes.
Did you see what's his name? Travis Kelce was having a Madden party or whatever.
Yeah.
And he benched Alex Smith and put in Mahomes.
That's funny because Travis Kelce, I think, went on I can't remember if it's the Jim Rome show or whatever, because they were in Vegas this week for the Super Bowl, and Kelce was like, "Well, that's my dude. I mean, that's my quarterback. I mean, they got rid of my quarterback. It was just you can't say Travis Kelce without saying Alex Smith coming out of your mouth in the same sentence or whatever, just something like that. But yeah, I think it's Landry, and then a 3rd round pick. For one Alex Smith.
I'm going to the losers of the trade.
The losers of the trade.
Colt McCoy's the loser of the trade.
Yeah, he's got Colt McCoy. Like, oh yeah, awesome. I might actually get a chance to shine here. And oh hi, Alex.
No, hey, fuck.
What?
I was just saying that's what Colt McCoy said. Like, fuck me, man.
He's like, I'm the Cowboy killer.
I'm the Cowboy.
You gotta start me at least against the Cowboys at least twice a year. The Cowboys can't do shit against me.
This is
fucking
true.
T-sipper.
He's 1-0. You respect that man.
Fucking T-sipper.
Oh.
So that happened. So where do you think Alex Smith is going to go? Or not Alex Smith, Kirk Cousins.
I think Kirk Cousins goes to Denver.
I straight up said that. Like when this trade happened, the group we texted each other and I said, Kirk Cousins going.
I would say go to Jacksonville, but Jacksonville thinks they have a quarterback.
They don't have a quarterback.
They believe in Bortles. They're the only ones that do.
That's gonna be their downfall.
You think?
Oh yeah. Like if you have let's say a Sam Darnold or like a Mason Rudolph or a good quarterback.
Mm.
Hell, even what's his nuts from OU. Baker Mayfield.
Oh.
If you're passing up on those guys to get a washed-up, has-been quarterback that... Mm-hmm. Okay, let's be honest. If they had like an Eli Manning or like a Tony Romo in that game...
They would have been fine.
They would have beat the Patriots.
Yeah.
Soundly.
Oh, yeah. Because they were up 10-0 anyway.
Bortles put the game on his shoulders that last drive, and he couldn't get it done. Couldn't get it done. So... Like I said, you put any quarterback in the league in Blake Bortles' place, a starting quarterback, even with Tyrod Taylor, or even Nathan not Nathan.
Nathan.
I almost got ahead of myself. Woo!
I mean, you put. I'm trying to think of some like younger. You put Winston, Mariota, you put any of those guys in there, they win.
Watson, dude, he would just
ran for 50 yards. Watson must beat him earlier the year.
Yeah, Watson. Watson has officially been called the Michael Jordan of the NFL now.
Why?
Because when Dabo Sweeney. Whenever he had like a press conference where I asked him about Deshaun Watson during the draft, they said that if you pass up Deshaun Watson in the draft, you're passing up Michael Jordan. Oh, so since he had his breakout, 4 or 5 games? How many games did he start?
3 games, yeah.
Yeah, he threw 4 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, and 3 touchdowns or something like that.
Yes,
at one point, he was leading the league in touchdowns.
He went. I fucking hate him.
They're calling him the Michael Jordan of the NFL.
He's dead to me.
Yeah.
Nothing made me happier than that ACL injury. I'm so sorry.
I was pissed because that was my quarterback. That was my quarterback in fantasy. And if he would have stayed put, I probably would have made it to the playoffs. But no, I had to stick with the loser's bracket.
The loser's bracket.
God damn it, I'm not salty about it.
Not at all.
Yeah, I just had Jared Goff to replace him. No big
That's
deal.
not terrible.
It's still a step
okay,
down.
so Colin, our next thing. What do you think? We're going to go through each of our teams.
Okay, I like this idea. Go for it.
We're going to go through the Titans and the Cowboys and go through kind of like a wish list of what we think the Titans and the Cowboys need to do.
Like I already did.
Like you already did, but the people don't know.
For those of you that don't know, where's my phone? I think I left it in the kitchen. Oh,
I got you, boo.
Yeah, Chris will pull it up and I'll just read it. I'll read it off of Chris's phone.
Let me get a call on Facebook page.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that picture of you with the stripper?
Shh. I told you last one.
It's public.
It's Vegas.
It's Vegas.
It's like one of those things on Facebook where you can everybody can see this except for you. That's my wife. Everybody can see this except my wife and all of her friends and her family.
I hope she doesn't listen to this.
Yeah. Okay, so again, this is just a wish list. It's not like make every bullet, do every single thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, you're gonna do the same thing for me.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna tell you what.
I had made a post on Facebook after the Patriots won their playoff game, and I was sitting there and reflecting. I'm like, God, my team sucked this year compared to what they were supposed to be.
Went from 13-3.
13-3 to 9-7, or 10-6, 9-7. It's just like that's a step back. We were supposed to pretty much be playoff and Super Bowl bound. Is what we were supposed to do this year because we had the talent, but we couldn't do it. All right, so first thing I want is the trade or cut Des Bryant.
Michael Irvin does not agree with you.
Well, Michael Irvin, I love him, but I think he's back on the cocaine.
He's back on the cocaine.
We need to let him go because Dez is nothing but he's a circus act. He's a distraction, and even so the other day I did a Madden draft, and I drafted him as my number 1 wide receiver at the 2nd or 3rd pick overall, and I threw to him 5 times. He caught 1 ball.
Oh my!
And these were like give-me's.
Did you just drop them?
Like I had a good run game going, so I did the play action a lot. So Dez would just burn the corner.
Yeah.
And Dez would have like a 5-yard advantage on the corner. And I would just like drop it in the bucket, and Dez would just drop it. And I'm like, this is where I want you to go! Because he's a 50-50 guy, but on that game, he was like a 20-80 guy. It's like, oh, am I going to catch this? 20% chance of, you got higher chances of rain than Dez catching a ball sometimes. So, just trade him to, okay.
I just think he needs to at least take a pay cut. He's a $16 million. He's only due $12.5 million, but he's a $16 million cap hit next year,
which we don't need.
I just think he needs to take like $6 million a year.
Well, we did restructure Lyle Collins' contract this week to save a little money.
I still think he needs to take a pay cut.
But he needs to take...
Get back into single digits.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter because any wide receiver, if we take one in the draft, which is coming up later, I'll give you more details about that, he might be the number 2 guy now.
I did look up how many... Because they were like, oh, he's still a top 10 fan.
No, he's not.
I looked at where he ranked this year. He was 28th in receiving.
No, awful. Absolutely awful.
28th in receiving does not deserve $12 million a year.
He, 54% of his catches he completed. And then he only had 800 yards, which he hasn't had 1,000 yards since I think 2012 or something like that. So he's got to get his shit together. But maybe a trade destination for him would be like, I don't know. I traded him to Carolina once in Madden.
Send him to Cleveland
for 2 second-round picks, and they took him. I was like, okay, cool, I'll take that. That's a good trade. Cleveland would probably be a good spot for him. I don't know.
Jacksonville?
Maybe Jacksonville. I don't know. Maybe Tennessee. No, you don't want him?
We got Corey Davis. We're good.
Well, I mean, y'all got Eric Decker who drops every ball.
We already got a dropper.
Yeah,
we already got a drop.
Yeah, I was like, so it's like, oh, nothing changes. The culture's still alive and well. Good job, Des. So there's that. I want to get Earl Thomas so bad from the Seattle Seahawks.
I'm just going to tell you one thing.
I know.
I'm going to tell you one word.
What?
Patience.
Patience.
You will get Earl Thomas next year.
I want him. He wants to be a Cowboy.
I know. They're not going to trade him because they're going to want a lot for him.
Yeah.
But he'll be a free agent next year. Get him next year.
Yeah, if he's a free agent or if he's like, you know what, I'm going to retire and then leave the Seahawks. But just kidding. I'm signing with the Cowboys.
Pull a Marshawn.
Yeah, pull a Marshawn Lynch. It's like, I'm retiring. Fuck the Seahawks. They fucked me over in that Super Bowl. Oh, wait, the Raiders are calling? Yeah, I'm going to go play with the Raiders for a couple of years.
Y'all will get Earl Thomas. Be patient.
Okay, third on the list is, going back to the wide receiver dilemma, I want to get Christian Kirk in the first round of the draft. He's a Texas A&M wide receiver. That bowl game, even though we lost.
Would he be a slot?
He gave it his all.
He's kind of small.
He would be a slot, and I think like him and Switzer could probably be like a 1-2.
Not Beasley.
Beasley might as well just be our number 1 guy because that was Dak's favorite guy his rookie year.
Yeah.
So right now I think it should be because I think we need to get okay. I'm getting ahead of myself here. All right, so yeah, I want Kirk Cousins. Not Kirk Cousins. I don't want Kirk Cousins. Why did I say that? Christian Kirk. I want him. I want the real Captain Kirk.
The real Captain Kirk.
In the first round of the
that should be his career handle.
The real Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
At real Captain Kirk. Okay, and then either draft or sign like a halfback for depth.
Let's go. Yeah,
because McFadden retired.
Pick up AP.
Oh, God. I mean, like, I wanted him a couple years ago, but that was a couple of years ago. Then we got Ezekiel, which...
King Ezekiel.
And then, I don't know, I would say Alfred was a good backup, and then we had Rod Smith, who's a decent backup. But I think we might need to get rid of one, if not both of them.
I don't mind Alfred.
Alfred's not bad. He's not, but he's getting up there in age. Like he's got the mileage on him. He's got a little wear on the tires.
Yeah, once you hit 30 with a running back,
so
it's
if we draft a halfback in like the third round, or something like that,
fourth round,
third or fourth round or something like that, to back up Zeke, and then if Zeke's like, I'm tired, I need a couple of plays, then our rookie running back's like, I got you, homie.
Like every 3 drives, get him one off, whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. So this next part actually kind of happened already, and that's help Dak Prescott out with a better system to fit his style. Because even, God, this pissed me off when I read the article. Even Garrett's like, we're still using the Tony Romo friendly system.
That's true.
Bitch, you should have been using the Dak Prescott system the day that you guys put him in that preseason game. because Tony didn't get back, and Tony never got his job back.
Dak wasn't supposed to be Dak.
I know, Dak was supposed to
be a backup.
But, I mean, it's like, God bless. So, I mean, hopefully next year that'll help. That'll serve us well by getting a Dak-friendly system. Because, him under Tony Romo this year, the Tony Romo system, he was decent. He wasn't awful. He wasn't great, though. Okay, next one is re-sign DeMarcus Lawrence, which I think we're already going to do that. I think that's going to be fine. He said he's not going anywhere. He straight up said, I'm not going anywhere. So
good.
Whatever we offer him, he might take it, just so he can come back and have the star back on his helmet. Re-sign Anthony Hitchens. That's up in the air. I think we're going to re-sign him. If not, then we'll see. We'll, again, draft somebody like in the second round to replace him. Get a veteran quarterback to back up Dak, because all we had was Cooper Rush and Kellen Moore last year. And now Kellen Moore's our quarterback coach. And Miles Austin is our wide receiver assistant coordinator or something like that.
So, you know who wouldn't be bad?
Who?
If he leaves the Jets is, what's his name?
McCown?
McCown.
Well, we signed his brother
really?
in the preseason. And then Cooper Rush lit up the preseason, so we cut McCown and made Cooper Rush our third string.
Bring Orton back.
Nobody knows where he is. He disappeared after that game, and nobody's seen him since.
Get Jay Cutler.
He said Cutler. Oh, Cutler.
That'd be like the worst thing for Dak.
Oh man. I don't know. McCown would be good. Even bringing Sanchez back. I know that the Bears aren't gonna re-sign him. I don't think, because he rode the pine last year.
Sanchez.
The Sanchez. So just get a backup quarterback to, kind of like what Romo did, was showing him the ropes and everything like that. That'd be or just have Romo come in as a assistant or something. Which he already has a good gig at CBS.
So he ain't going nowhere. He wants to make a Super Bowl in a few years.
Oh God. This last one is it's finally Tony Romo made it to the third round of the playoffs as an announcer. It's oh shit. Okay, the third one. Okay, this is where it gets tricky. Acquire Malcolm Butler from the Patriots.
I know he's a free agent.
He's a free agent, but
he's gonna want a lot of money.
He's gonna ask up for a lot of money, and then because of our lackluster corners, he's gonna be our number one guy if we get him. And so he's gonna want number one money.
That would be awesome if y'all got him though.
I would be over the moon.
So
that's the corner. Another option is because we have Seattle's former defensive coordinator that could Earl Thomas. I'll come.
So is Earl Thomas a safety, right? I believe he's a safety.
I think he's a safety.
That'd be kind of cool.
And then hopefully we're thinking later Richard Sherman.
Oh my!
He's hey, I know this guy.
Let's rebuild the Legion.
He's got to build the Legion of Boom in Dallas. Make it the load, the Legion of Dallas. Okay. The load. No. Drop the mother load. No.
There we go.
The mother load. And then so the next safety is acquire Kenny Vaccaro from the Saints. They were shopping him around this year, but apparently they didn't get the offers that they wanted.
I just don't know how old Vaccaro is now.
Vaccaro, I think, is 28.
Really?
28. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Hey Google, how old is Kenny Vaccaro? 26.
Oh, he's young.
He's a younger.
For some reason, I thought he was older.
Yeah, I was like 28. Okay, it's 26.
Get that man.
Thank you, Google. See, Ashley, you've been replaced by Google. You just got replaced by. I'm just kidding, Ashley. We love you. Thank you for watching.
Everybody gets replaced.
Everybody gets replaced. So getting Kenny Vaccaro obviously would add depth in our safeties. Even though we have Byron Jones and a couple of other good players, they're just not at that peak yet. And I think Vaccaro can come in. And
what, you don't like Heath?
Actually. He's a free safety, and he's a better extra point. Well, actually, I remember we can't talk shit about him anymore because of what he did with the Raiders. He made 2 game-deciding plays.
This is true. And
one of them was that tackle, and then the other one was knocking the ball out of Derek Carr's hands, so he didn't score. So he won us that game. But so a lot of people like Shango was on YouTube's you can't talk shit about Jeff Heath anymore. He's the GOAT right now. Just messing around. And then the last one is draft or pick up an offensive lineman. Obviously, when Tyron goes down, so does Dak, and so do our rushing numbers. So does
the wheel just fell off.
When Smith went down and we put Cooper in, And then the other guy, I don't know. He's not in the league anymore. Fuck that guy.
Fuck that. Fuck him outside of the league.
He's like that. Yeah, his backup. It's like he's not in the league anymore. Fuck that guy. That's what people were saying after the game. He just pretty much just got his walking papers like at halftime.
Oh, that's funny.
Because Dak got sacked like 7 times that game, and oh god, that Atlanta game was awful. Was it Claiborne? I can't remember his name. Claiborne was the defender. That was his Pro Bowl season right there. Was because he had like 5 sacks or something on Dak. It was ridiculous.
That's funny.
All right, so what about your Tennessee Titans?
First, a few things we gotta resign some people. We gotta most notably we gotta get. I don't want him, but we need to get Decker back just because he's I know he dropped some stuff, but he also had the game-winning catch against Kansas City.
Oh, that's true, but oh god, how many did he drop the week before?
Too many.
The Jacksonville game, he dropped like 5 or something like that.
Many. And he dropped a few in the Kansas City one too.
Oh god.
Gotta get him back. We'll get Suckup back, our kicker.
Oh yeah.
Our guard, Josh Klein, a few other people. I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah, no, that shouldn't be a bad thing.
We gotta figure out our running situation.
I think it's Henry, and I think y'all let DeMarco walk, and then y'all draft another young pair of legs.
I mean, DeMarco was hurt all year. It's hard to. I don't want to get rid of him because we're only paying him like $5 million a year anyway. We're not paying him that much.
He's getting that veteran minimum or something like that.
He's not getting much from him. Thank you, Eagles, for eating most of that.
Yeah, thanks, Eagles. Because of y'all, we got Zeke now.
But no, I think you really gotta see probably 60% Henry. Henry's gotta go.
Because I remember you telling me, I think it was the beginning of the season, because I had DeMarco on my fantasy team, and I was pissed because he wasn't producing.
Yeah.
And you're like, they're gonna transition from DeMarco to Henry pretty quickly. So, like, last year it was DeMarco, 70.
It was like 70, 20. It was like 70, 75, 25 the first year. This year it's supposed to be more 50-50.
But since he got hurt, it's more like 65, 35.
Yeah. And then next year we really want to see, like, 66, 33. We really want to see Henry needs to go into the offseason knowing he's the back.
Oh, yeah.
That's my biggest thing.
Yeah, he's the backup.
And if Murray doesn't want to deal with that, we trade him.
Yeah, and then Murray will go to his 4th team in 5 years.
Yeah, you do you. And it also depends on. I mean, the only reason we had 2 running backs really is because Malarkey's about that exotic smash mouth, and
Malarkey's gone. Thank God.
Malarkey is gone.
Malarkey's gone. Covers Mike. Thank God.
Ashley's not listening anyway.
Oh.
I mean, you win a playoff game, you get fired. That's how it is.
Yeah, that's the opposite of Jason Garrett. It's like, oh, we missed the playoffs again. No playoff victories for you again. Yeah, you get to keep your job. Everybody's safe in Dallas.
Titans, you beat the Kansas City Chiefs. You win a playoff game the first time in 15 years. Oh, you get fired.
Oh, congratulations, you're fired.
We got to pick up Mariota's 5th-year option.
So it's rookie contract's up?
Well, he's going into his 4th year.
Okay.
We got to pick up the 5th-year one.
Which I think I should do. I like Mariota.
I like Mariota too, especially if we get our hires.
Yeah, Chris is like praying to the football god, saying thank you to the football god. Like y'all got a blockbuster.
We did. We got Matt LaFleur from not St. Louis, L.A. Rams.
Is that Peter's cousin?
Yes.
Peter LaFleur.
We got Matt LaFleur from the Rams. He turned around Jared Goff's career in 1 year.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Goff went from a bust to a Pro Bowler, literally, and then he was Matt Ryan's quarterback coach the year he won MVP in 2016.
So he's the new quarterback whisperer.
He's like a quarterback guru.
A guru. So hopefully that'll bode well for Mariota. I like Mariota. He just needs to get put in the right system, and he's got to stay healthy. That's one of his problems.
He has to be used correctly.
He gets hurt way too much. It's like oh, what happened? Oh, he pulled a hamstring. Oh, what happened?
Oh, he only missed 1 game this year. But that was his hamstring.
It's like, turf toe. What happened? He's got dry mouth. He can't play. He's got dry mouth.
I think his biggest issue this year was he didn't get to have a full offseason of being healthy because he had the broken leg at the end of last year, so he didn't really do anything in the offseason.
Yeah.
He spent the offseason rehabbing, so...
Hopefully this will be just like him just recovering and just taking it easy until he needs to, step up and start working again.
So, and then our defensive coordinator we hired is the defensive coordinator from the... Baltimore Ravens, and he's been there the past 6 years, and every single year he's been there, they've been a top 10 defense.
And that's good because our secondary, like ours, Needs a lot of work,
Yep.
a lot of help, facelift, draft, whatever.
What's sad is our total offense was like 25th this year, which is awful. But our defense was like 15th.
It's
total.
like, what?
Total defense was only like 15th.
That's crazy.
Good for us.
I think a lot of that was like the front line. I don't think it was it the back or was it the front?
We actually, our second year safety Kevin Byard actually led the league in interceptions with 8.
What?
Yeah, and he was a pro bowler. So I mean, our secondary isn't terrible. And our front line, we were the 5th best run defense. Pass defense is where we need to work out because we need to get a line. That's one of our big draft teams. We have to get a linebacker who can go sideline to sideline, who can cover Gronk and receivers.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, Woodyard, Arakpo, Morgan. They can't cover. They're old. They're old and they can't cover fat people no more.
You need fresh legs and fresh.
So that's one. That's our.
Yeah, I like y'all's chances next year. I mean that division.
That division has gone from one of the worst in football to probably the best.
Well, because now that you have Deshaun, and then Andrew Luck might be coming back if he can get that Ricky Bobby syndrome out of his ass. I'm on fire! You're not on fire. My shoulder's broken! No, it's not. You're fine.
And then you have Jacksonville who made it to the AFC Championship, so you can't deny them.
Yeah.
That division can be one of the worst to the best.
And then, weren't you talking shit on Andrew? It's like, how does it feel that your team's going to be the 4th in that division?
That's true.
And then, they're good. I mean, like I said, if Andrew Luck can, get out of his own head. And if not, I like Brissett. Brissett's a good backup.
Brissett's a good backup.
God, I just feel so sorry for Belichick. He had to get rid of his core. He had to get rid of his guys. He got rid of Garoppolo and he got rid of Brissett.
Jimmy G, man.
Jimmy, undefeated.
Yeah, and our biggest thing we got to do this year, we got to sign Lewan to a long-term deal.
Well, I mean, that's...
Lewan, this is his... I think he just finished his 3rd year as well. I think he came in with Mariota. And so we'll pick up his option, obviously, but we gotta get that kid. I mean, he's a 2-time Pro Bowler in 3 years.
I mean, yeah, I would walk into that office with some swagger and be like,
the guy's a fucking stud.
Y'all want to keep Mariota upright? Y'all better sign me.
I was reading an article. They were doing the top 10 left tackles, and I think Tyron was number 2.
Yeah. I'm Tyron.
I can't remember who number 1 was, and then Lewan was number 4. Lewan's a fucking stud. Gotta get that guy signed.
And I'm going to fuck up your defense.
And then,
long dick style.
With our first pick, I think you want Christian Kirk with your first
I want Christian Kirk.
We need a sack monster. We need a new defensive end because our defensive end is good.
Yeah.
But they're old.
I mean, maybe we could trade our picks because everywhere's saying that we're going to get a defensive tackle.
Yeah, I know.
I either want a wide receiver or I want somebody in the secondary. Yeah. I do not want we got Taco Charlton. He did I mean,
it's just okay.
They're trying. I think they're trying to do what they did with the offensive line, how they rebuilt it year by year, brick by brick, and then they're trying to do it on the other side, brick by brick, building the defensive line. Mm-hmm. It's not working. You got DeMarcus Lawrence and Anthony Hitchens, and that's about it.
I do want to see if Brable sticks with the 3-4 or if he goes to 4-3.
I want you to go 4-3.
I like 4-3 better.
4-3 is. I always pick 4-3. I always pick West Coast offense and 4-3 defense every time in Madden.
I mean, 3-4 can be nice in certain situations, but I'd rather have 3-4.
When the Cowboys were 3-4, we had the worst defense in NFL history.
So, well,
we gave up 40 first downs in one game?
Yeah, it was to the Saints. Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah, and of course, poor Rob Ryan, he was the scapegoat, so he got fired even though it wasn't his fault. But that's whatever.
All right, so let's get to how long are we in?
All right, 28 minutes in, y'all. All right. So let's get our Super Bowl picks. All right, so in Minnesota, Super Bowl 52, we have the New England Patriots versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Kickoff at 5, I believe.
5:30.
5 Central.
5:30 Central.
We're in Texas, so everything's Central. The world revolves around us.
Poor Pacific. 3:30.
3:30. God, it's like wake up, go eat lunch, and then you're like, oh, Super Bowl's here.
For real though.
It's like, oh crap. Us, we have like a couple hour window between lunch and all that. But okay, so Chris. One final time this season. Who you got?
I've gone back and forth a few times.
Oh, I went back and forth one time and then.
Because that Eagles defense is scary.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Foles is really good at the read option, RPOs as they call them, run pass option.
In college, it's
where the fuck did the RPO come from? I've always heard it as read option. Now it's RPO.
In college,
it's called read option.
The read, yeah.
It's called read option. He's really good at that. Doug Marrone did a hell of a job with him. Good for that guy. But
there's always a but.
He's 5-2 in the Super Bowl. He's 2 catches away from being 7-0.
Can you believe? Oh wow!
I gotta go with the Patriots. It's Belichick.
Yeah, like I said, I flip-flopped one time. Like, after the games 2 Sundays ago, I was like, you know what? I was like, it'd be kind of cool, finally for the Eagles to get their Super Bowl. They get a ring. They finally get theirs. We have 5, and then they have 0.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to rub that in until the day I fucking die if we still have those numbers. I was like, oh, you know what? It'd be great. It'd be a great, comeback story, an awesome, story because you lose your starting quarterback and your backup comes in and is 2-0 in the playoffs. And that last game, dude, he was putting up numbers like crazy.
He tore up Minnesota.
He only had like 8 incompletions, no interceptions. I mean, the guy was a man on a mission. And I was like, it'd be awesome for them, to do it. For them to beat the Patriots. Tom Brady loses to another NFC East team.
Wouldn't that be something?
It's like, that's his kryptonite. NFC East teams in the Super Bowl.
I mean, y'all are good next year.
It's just like, yeah, I mean, we got it. And the Washington Redskins might get one. Tom Brady still is here till 45. I was like, awesome. I'm going for the Eagles. That lasted 5 minutes.
That lasted 5.
Because I was scrolling through Facebook, and then one of my friends posted a compilation video of how shitty Eagle fans are. Throwing the full beer cans at Minnesota fans. Running up poles. And it wasn't against Minnesota. It was against, I think, the Saints. They were throwing, like, condiments, like pouring mustard and ketchup on the Saints fans, making fun of them and laughing at them. So, fuck y'all.
Might have been Atlanta.
It was Atlanta. You're right. It's Atlanta. Oh, Saints. They didn't play the Saints. In the playoffs.
I remember seeing someone like they squirted mustard all over somebody.
Yeah, I think it was an Atlanta fan. Yeah. But anyway, and then just they're assholes. They're jackasses. They're the worst fan base in the NFL, in my opinion. They are the Texas Tech of NFL teams. They are awful. Their fans are terrible. They have nothing to show for themselves, and they think that they're the shit every single year. I'm tired of them. And then the thing that put the final nail in the coffin for me was there was a Cowboys fan that was stranded on the side of the road. I guess he ran out of gas or got a flat tire or something. I can't remember. And this Eagle guy in a giant pickup truck was swerving, pretending he was going to hit the Cowboy fan. And then the Cowboy fan juked him and then slapped his windshield with his hand. Just slapped it fuck you. And then the guy's like, I'm going to get this guy again. Fuck the fucking Cowboys. Fuck him. And he goes back. And he pretends to hit him again, and then in the process, he, because the Cowboy fan's driver door was open, and he just smashes into the driver's door, laughs, and drives off.
Jesus Christ.
And that was the final nail. Not because it was a Cowboys fan, but that's manslaughter. That's attempt to murder is what you're trying to do. I know it's a joke, but you're a fucking asshole.
It's a fucking joke.
It's a fucking joke. It's pissing on somebody's porch versus hitting somebody with a car. But I'm sorry I haven't dropped this many F-bombs in the podcast all semester. I'm going to let it fly with the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. I'm going to let it fly. The fan base is fucking awful. Your fans are fucking awful. Y'all have nothing to show for it. You threw piss-filled snowballs and batteries at Santa Claus and booed him back in the day. Y'all remember that? Let's see. Y'all have been to the Super Bowl with Donovan McNabb. Y'all couldn't get it done. Y'all
lost to the Patriots.
Lost to the Patriots. Good. Fuck y'all.
And then Michael Irvin, sure.
And then the Michael y'all applauded and cheered when Michael Irvin had his career-ending injury. Yeah, you guys are a piece of work. You guys are awesome. Bounty Gate, I'm pretty sure
they have Rocky.
They do have Rocky. Rocky and Philly cheesteaks. It's all y'all got going for y'all.
I saw a post. I'm praying for New England to win, only because I want Philly to be a city on Monday.
Oh yeah,
Philly will light on fire.
Regardless, if they win or lose, that Philly's going to be burning. If they win, it's out of joy and excitement. Woohoo! Fucking champagne and beer bottles being exploded everywhere.
Light poles.
Climbing light. God, stupid.
I don't understand that.
I don't either. Well, first of all, it's a symbolism for I think homosexual or something. Because if you think about it,
City of Brotherly Love.
City. Not do anything against homosexuals. I have.
He has 2 mommies.
I have 2 mommies. For those of you that don't know, Fun Fact Friday or Super Fact Sunday. I don't know. I'd have 2 mommies, so I have nothing against
Statistic Saturday.
Statistic Saturday. I have 2 mommies. 2 mommies and 1 daddy. You do the math. No, my daddy didn't remarry. My mommy did. So I have nothing against. I love. Anyway, I'm not gonna get on my soapbox. I'm not gonna apologize for that. But I just.
So who you got, Call?
Oh, I'm sorry. I rambled for 6 minutes, y'all. I apologize. I got the freaking Patriots.
Okay.
I got the GOAT winning number 6, even though my Cowboys have 5. He's going to have more than us as a franchise that he has all by him fucking self.
In 17 years.
In 17 years, and we've been a franchise since 1960. You do the math on that one. We also have lost 2 Super Bowls, I believe. So I think we have the same record as Tom Brady. We're 5-2 in the Super Bowl, and I think Tom Brady's 5-2 in the Super Bowl.
Brady's about to be 6-2.
He's going to be 6-2 come Sunday night, Monday morning, depending on how long the Super Bowl goes. Because you know it's going to be like a 5-hour event because all the commercials and halftime show and everything. We're going to a Super Bowl party. We're going to eat like kings.
Okay, I got one final question.
Okay, what's the final question?
Does he have anything to lose with a loss? Does Brady have more to lose or more to gain from this?
I think it's more to gain.
I don't think he has anything to lose.
He doesn't have.
Who does he have to prove? What does he have to prove anymore?
Joe Montana. Even though Joe Montana was undefeated.
I know, but
2 catches away from
being 7-0.
I mean, that is ungodly if you think about it.
I agree. He goes 6-2.
Yeah, if
you can't argue anymore.
Yeah.
About the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
he is the GOAT.
If he loses the Super Bowl, it's not like, oh well, he lost the Super Bowl. He's not the GOAT anymore. He's awful. He's 5-3.
5-3 is pretty damn good.
Are you kidding me?
He's been to 8.
And then he has he'll have the same amount as Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
The Steelers have 6 championships, so he'll have 6 by himself.
Shoot, if he plays till 45, he could have 7.
She might have 10.
What
What we should have had with Jimmy Johnson, we should have like 10 Super Bowls right now.
Oh,
Cowboys should.
That's because you're owner.
That and then that the Dez catch, we should have one there. I think honestly.
Wait, that was 2014. Who won it that year? 2014.
I think that was
2016. That was Patriots.
The Patriots won it that year, and then 2 years ago that we laid an egg. That's our fault, but it's regardless. Anyway, yeah, I got the Patriots, man. Tom Brady gonna get number 6 all week long. I've been hearing, Tom Brady doesn't deserve 6. Tom Brady should not get 6. I want the Eagles to win their first. They don't have 1, and Tom Brady has 5. This isn't fair.
Appreciate what you're seeing.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate, back in the day, Chris can attest to this. I hated Tom Brady. Mm-hmm. Chris hated Tom Brady. It's just one of those things. It was the undefeated season, and then the Giants.
You just got tired of him.
It's just like, and then right now I should be tired of him, but I am appreciating what I'm witnessing in my lifetime, and that is I am witnessing the greatest quarterback, if not player of all time in the NFL, right before my eyes in my 20s.
Yeah.
A lot of people before us, obviously, that have passed away.
Joe Montana and all that.
Joe Montana, and then,
never saw him.
I really never got to see Troy Aikman. I never got to see Joe Montana. I would love to have seen Namath. That would have been awesome. I think Namath is a damn quarterback.
I would love to see Steve Young.
Steve Young. Even, I still remember bits and pieces of Aikman and Marino, but and Marino was good, just the poor guy never got. I wonder if Tom Brady would just give Marino one of his rings. It's like, here you go, Dan, here you go. I know you got kidnapped, and then you and Snowflake got kidnapped in Ace Ventura, and they went against the Eagles in the Super Bowl that game. Anyway. In Miami. Yeah. That was interesting. It's like, hey, Miami, whatever. If you think about it, it's just a weird scenario. What happened in Ace Ventura, that Super Bowl. It's in Miami against the Eagles. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever. I think the Eagles were trash in the 90s anyway. And I think the Dolphins weren't that great in the 90s. So it should have been the Cowboys. Because that should have been, I think that was like 94. I think we won the Super Bowl that year. So that should have been us in that Ace Ventura movie, damn it. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Guys, any final thoughts you want to say, Chris? I mean, obviously we're going to be back next year.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you worry about that. I'm going to probably starting with the draft, I'm going to start doing like a solo Dallas Cowboy show on my YouTube channel when the draft happens. Chris, you can do Tennessee. You can do the Titans one. You can do like a Tighten Up podcast or whatever.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
It's like Gunther and Dennis the Menace about, I just got off the phone with your daddy. He's going to the ice cream store.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a Cowboys one. I'm gonna try to. I'm not gonna get on the same level as Shango or Mark Holmes and Cowboy Joe Boo. I'm not gonna get on that same level, but
Cowboy Joe Boo.
Cowboy Joe Boo.
I like it.
I love Cowboy Joe Boo. Bad juju. He actually is banned from the. He's banned from the Giants OTAs and minicamp and stuff like that. Yeah, because the year that Cowboy Joe Boo went to the training camp is the year that Odell Beckham. And then he went to the Washington Redskins OTAs, and that was the year RG3 tore his.
He's no good news.
So he got banned. Mark Holmes and Cowboy Joe Boo were banned from training camp for those teams because he lives in Washington, so he just drives to freaking OTAs for that. So yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back together. We'll be back on solo. So I'm like doing like my Andy Biersack impression. Like Chris and I are Black Veil Brides, but I'm gonna go do Andy Black, stuff solo. So yeah, anybody that listens to Black Veil Brides, you get the reference. Thank you very much. And if you've lasted this long, 40 minutes in,
this is like the longest one.
Let's start like end of year like recap video or whatever. So guys, thank you all so much once again for dropping by all season long. Thank you to Ashley. Thank you to Michael. Thank you to everybody in like the shadows that have liked and commented and everything. We greatly appreciate it. Have a great off season. Hope your teams are going to do well, unless you're Eagles fans.
Then fuck a duck.
Then go fuck a duck.
I would actually be cheering for the Eagles if it was Carson Wentz, but
if it's Carson Wentz, it's not it'd be a little
Wentz.
Different story. And now we got Napoleon Dynamite versus the GOAT for the Super Bowl. Dang. So, guys, thank you all so much once again for dropping by. If you're going to watch the Super Bowl at a party, please party safe. Get an Uber, get a DD, get a taxi. Get your mother to come pick you up. Your mother will scold you for getting too fucked up at a Super Bowl party, but you will get home safe and sound.
I'd rather be alive.
And it's great to be alive. I'm bringing my my tuna recipe to the Super Bowl party. Chris is making green bean casserole. We got sliders. We got chicken wontons. It's gonna be a king's feast, is what it's gonna be, and I'm freaking excited about it. So, all right, guys, that's my little soapbox. Once again, thank y'all the entire season. Enjoy the off season. We'll be back, and always remember, my little piglets, call him Pork Chop, loves y'all the mostest, and Big Bird.
Always make good choices,
especially in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
All right, guys, we're out of here. Thank y'all so much again for a great year, and let's see if we can up it next year.
Woo!
Bye, guys.